Welcome, my dear students. Ranga's Marriage by Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. For class 11th, this is first part where I will explain you the information about the writer, introduction and summary. So are you ready? Ranga's Marriage about the author. Masti Venkatesh Iyengar was a well-known writer in Kannada language. He was the fourth among Kannada's writers to be honored with the Gyanpith Award, the highest literary honor conferred in India. He was popularly referred to as Masti Kannadada Asti, which means Masti Kannada's treasure. He was born in 1891 on 6th of June and he passed away on 6th June 1986. So now it is time to tell you the summary in short first, just like introduction, okay? The story revolves around Ranga. So Ranga is the protagonist in this story. He is the accountant's son who got the opportunity to go out of the village to study. The narrator takes you through a journey where he changes Ranga's perception about marriage, how he staged their union with the help of a Shastri, and what role English has played in their village. The entire story involves funny instances and references for the narrator has made sure your mind stays occupied with the story. So let us begin the summary part. So it all begins with Ranga. When Ranga, the accountant's son, comes back to his village after 6 months, the name of his village is Hosha Halli. He had gone to Bangalore to pursue his studies, which, to mention, not many in the village get this opportunity. The whole village gets excited to see Ranga, and thus they gather around his home only to see how he would have changed. The narrator has beautifully elaborated about their village, Hosha Halli, and how every authority responsible forgot to mention it in the maps. Moving on, he admires Ranga and wants to get him married. But to his dismay, Ranga has very different views about marriage. At that point, the narrator stages the entire union of Ranga and Ratna, Rama Rao's 11-year-old niece. The girl has a very sweet voice and can play veena and harmonium. At first, the narrator tells him that she is married to see how it affects Ranga. As expected, Ranga was disappointed. The narrator then manipulated the village Shastri to say things in his favor. He then took Ranga to visit him, where he predicted that Ranga has a girl on his mind and her name resembles something found in the ocean. Shyama, the narrator, guesses her name to be Ratna, but again she is married. On their way back, they confirmed that Ratna is not married only to find Ranga happy and full of hope. On the other hand, the Shastri disagreed on having staged anything predetermined. He claims to have said whatever his predictions showed. However, at the end, Ranga and Ratna are happily married with a 3-year-old son named after the narrator Shyam. Ratna is also pregnant with another child. To conclude, the narrator makes sure that he did not bore his readers. So this is the whole story. And in this story, the main characters, you just have gone through them. They are Ranga, Shyama the narrator, Ratna the heroine of the story, and some other characters. Besides this, there is a lot of humorous plot and a lot of humor in the story when you read it. As you all know, this story is given in your snapshot book and this is supplementary reader. So I request you all to read the story first so that you can enjoy each and every part of the story, and afterwards in the next video I will explain the question and answers. Well, I will not disappoint you. I will tell you something more about the narrator. Narrator Shyama, who is actually the most important part of this story. So, the narrator is a man of his land. As he introduces his village with such enthusiasm that every reader would want to visit it at least once. His hospitality can also be appreciated as he promises to take good care of his readers. He is someone who believes in maintaining the authenticity of his culture. That is why he thinks it's a disgrace to mix Kannada with English. He is a man with good judgment of character. He knew what type of man Ranga was and that Rama Rao's niece Ratna would be a perfect partner for him. Shyama seemed like someone who knows how to make his own way. The whole setup he staged with the village Shastri in order to get Ranga and Ratna married pose as evidence for that. He is also funny by way of which he teased the village Shastri. Although clever, he seems to be a man with the best intentions at heart. So by heart he was made of gold. So I hope this much hint is enough for you and you are now ready to read the chapter. In case of any doubts, as I have already promised, you are free to ask. So thank you very much. Thanks for the watch and be ready for the next video. But as I requested you all, please read the chapter line by line. Thank you so much.